chapter is to engage across boundaries, across chapters, across business sectors. Free your mind completely to 100 new ideas that can come in if you meet 400 people together. Right? So make sure the engagement quotient is very high. Use these 2 days to meet as many people as you can. They all share things in common. We have a kartavya attitude to dharma and desa in whatever we do. As a community, we have a trait for honesty, for integrity, for a passion for excellence. That is what unites us, and that is what is our calling card, and therefore we can connect with each other much easily. So please do engage through a very specific opportunities that are provided through the KYT lounge and CCC sessions, etc. Make use of them. Get to know people. Getting to know is the first step. That will provide a million opportunities in your mind. And getting to know will provide a level of trust that you can work with your fellow Bandhu across South India and maybe across the world even. We are shown, I'm sure, with the leadership of Anji, our meetings will span not only across our Bharat, but across the world also. One day we'll have a video which will be international, and that will be very soon. That's my firm wish. The second thing is to explore. We have to go beyond what BBB does. BBB is a business networking organization at its fundamental core. Let us not lose sight of that. That's what we do every fortnight. That's what we do in between the fortnights. That's what we do by referring business to each other and building an ecosystem of wealth in the right way, in the dharmic way, for the prosperity of not only our community, but for the Lokshema. Always we have looked at Lokshema. Our community has always been known for exemplary life, not necessarily of material value, but exemplary intellect, exemplary integrity, and exemplary contribution in every field of activity. It is not related to the traditional activities of Dharma Rakshana to Veda Rakshana or things like that. It also extends to various activities like engineering, medicine, science, technology, economics, name it. We have got several people leading the way, and the names of the chapters are enough indication of what we can do, what we can do, what we can aspire to. So the second part is to free our minds to explore beyond. The 2 important elements that we have in terms of the Consulting Cafe and Explorers Forum is to go beyond what a business networking organization offers, to combine what we share as values and the emotional connect we can establish, which is not only the necessity demand of the time, but also the opportunity that beckons us. If we come together and work and something create new, we can scale heights which is not possible, let's say 10 years back. India is in the cusp of a revival. We are, as a world, in the cusp of a knowledge-based economy based on the technology change, and who better than us as a community to be at the leading edge of that change. So we want you to raise high, dream big, and use the explore options of the CCC as well as the Consulting Cafe and the Explorers Forum to dream big and create new ventures. That's what beckons us. For that, we need to upgrade ourselves, and that's the third part of this conference design, which is Excel. We have well-crafted knowledge sessions. The knowledge sessions are directed towards how to grow our business and also how to grow ourselves as business owners. But more important, concentrate on the legacy and the heritage that we carry as Brahmins doing business. Our Swadharma is inviolable. No matter what profession we take, there are certain basic essentials in the way we conduct ourselves and our business. And that has to be not only rekindled in all of us, but brought to practice in our business, in our way of life, families, amongst our friends. So there are some knowledge sessions directed towards that, and it will start off with some very good session even today. And I hope all of you will enjoy, imbibe what is it that we all carry as our heritage and legacy. What are we heirs of? And therefore, what do we owe to our future? In addition to the knowledge sessions which are practical and business oriented, this connect, we feel, is what distinguishes us, BBB, as an institution, and will distinguish us as we go forward. So engage, explore, and excel to your heart's content for 2 days. At the end of it, I promise you 2 things. You will get clarity of purpose in your business. When you go back, I hope, if you collaboratively use all the facilitative options that are made available during these 2 days, you will get concrete ideas, not only for your business growth, but also your personal growth. You will get relationships which will transcend normal business links. We are a society not based on law of contracts, as Gurumurti ji used to say. We are a society based on trust. We are a society based on relationships, and this community is doing something unique in its long and checkered history. BBB is our nascent expression of Brahmins coming together as one. It doesn't happen very easily. And I think the vision that our trustees and the founders have had of bringing us together is a rare event in history. It's probably even beyond their imagination. It's beyond us. What is guiding us, I truly believe, is the hand of the divine. It's the need of the hour, and it will open a new vista for development of our community. There are many amongst us who need help. There are many taboos that we have to break. Time, Desha and Kala, its paradigm is to keep us changing. So we do believe that we have to change with the times, and as a community, we have to take care of our own people. Earlier days, Brahmana and the Gau were the responsibility of the society. Now the Brahmana and the Gau are the responsibility of the Brahmins ourselves. So we have to be the Brahmanas, we have to be the Kshatriyas, we have to be the Vaishyas, we have to be the Shudras, and we need to protect ourselves and take us forward. With these few words, I hope I have set both the emotional connect to Bidyuth as well as the structural format of Bidyuth. And I would like to again extend a very warm welcome to our chief guest, our founder Anant ji, to Subbaraya ji, to Shyam Sundar ji, to Murthy ji, and Mr. Ramakrishnan. And thank you all, one and all, for making this a successful event. I'm sure you will take back a lot of fond memories, and this Bidyuth will be a benchmark. We will have bigger, better Bidyuths, but let this be a trendsetter. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. It was a warm welcome. And I'm certain we are all looking forward to this event. It's time to extend our warm greetings.
I'm happy and honored to introduce Sri Anant Nagaraj. Born to Sri Nagaraj MG and Suma Nagaraj, he is the managing partner of RK Constructions. Worked with Reliance as HR cluster head for a year, and for 8 years he has been with IBM in various capacity before venturing into RK Constructions and moving back to Mysore. He runs 2 charitable institutions, Narayana Amrita Foundation and Sumana Pratishtana. in commemoration of his parents working towards providing education and food for economically weaker section. He initiated a program called Sangati, a career guidance program for class 10 and 12 children at government schools, conducted more than 50 workshops till now. He is associated with Operation Shanti, working for providing food on a daily basis for the needy in the community. Going on expedition, traveling, cooking are some of his interests. He is a founder, the Forum of Business by Brahmins, the director, Amara Soundarya Foundation, a member, Rotary Club of Ivory City, Mysuru, member, Builders Association of India, Mysuru chapter, member, Indian Green Building Council, Mysuru chapter. He is happily married to Kruti Anand, blessed with Abhinav Kashyap, studying in second. I just learned outside that they are going to become parents again. Over to Anant Nagaraj. Put your hands together for our founder, trustee Anant Nagaraj.
My humble salutations to the lotus feet of Acharya Traya, Sri Shankaracharya, Sri Ramanujacharya and Sri Madhvacharya. Today's guest, Jagannathanji, my trustee colleagues, Dr. Subrayaji, Professor Shyam Sundarji, EC Chairman E.R.N. Murthyji, Bidyuth Chairman Rajaramji, fondly known as Talaiva Ramakrishnanji. Members of Executive Committee, chapter directors, management committee members of various chapters, dear members, invitees, guests, and people who are watching us live across the globe. Namaskara, namaskaram, vanakkam, very good afternoon to all of you. I wholeheartedly welcome you again to Bidyuth 2023, a most coveted event of BBB. Engage, explore, excel. I will add two E's to it. Experience and experiment. Without experimenting, we will not experience. So we all have come here to experience Bidyuth. But the experiment of bringing you all together under this roof started about 6 years ago. BBB turned 6 this January. So we are celebrating 6th year anniversary also, along Bidyuth 2023. Now, BBB is the widest, largest, and the most trusted networking organization of our community in the world, which you all are part of. So 6 years ago, when we started this, way back in Mysuru, way back 6 years ago, a small idea transformed into manifesting these kind of events. Organization has grown multiple folds in the last 6 years or so. Currently, we are present in all South Indian states. We have added Goa newly to our list. We are present in 11 cities. We are close to 1,000 members. To be accurate, we are 987 as on 2 p.m. today. It will be a milestone which will be achieved in a day or two, I'm sure. So we'll be crossing 1,000 memberships, and we have crossed close to 200 crores worth of transaction amongst ourselves. You will be surprised. We took about 5 years to reach a very important milestone in BBB, that is 100 crore business turnover. But it got doubled within 6 months. It got doubled within 6 months. Last June, most of the chapters celebrated 100 crores. You remember that. Now we are in the month of February, we are close to 200 crores already. This is exponential growth. Our Professor Shyam Sundarji will always be speaking of exponential growth. He's a scientist, so he always speaks science. This is what we can do when we come together, stand in unison, live like brothers and sisters, bring harmony within the community. We all have taken the oath. I'm sure you all remember, especially the newest chapters, Panchajanya and Damodara. I further swear that I will help my community to lift the quality of life of the people in my community, isn't it? So there is a lot riding on us. We possess a moral responsibility of leaving something behind for many more generations to come. If not we, then who? If not now, then when? Is the question we should ask to ourselves day in, day out. It's high time that we all come together, share business amongst ourselves, and help uplift the quality of life of the people in our community. So how can we do that? We, the business fraternity, we are very small in number within our Brahminical community. Brahmanism and business doesn't go hand in hand, other than our logo. See how beautiful it is, business by Brahmins. And if you read from the other side, it is Brahmins by business. So now the time has come to identify ourselves as business owners. So we should become Brahmins in the name of business. Brahmin ko baniya banna hai abhi. It's time to think that way, because without creating wealth within the community or to ourselves or to the country, no country will progress, no community will progress, no one will progress. So it's time to work together, create wealth within the community. That is one side, by business networking meetings, meeting once in a while like this, annual meetings, regional business meets, Explorer cafes, CCTs. I'm sure you will experience a lot of things in the next 24 hours or so. That is one side. But do we really have a roadmap for next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or 100 years or so? If you look at our numbers, we are deteriorating. We ourselves doesn't know, we don't have the accurate data. Some say Brahmins we are less than 1.7%. Some data say we are less than 1.9%, 1.5%, 2%. We ourselves don't have the accurate data. We are further deteriorating. We have to strengthen, and we should lead by example. We should show to the future generations that once we come together, when we come together, this is what we can achieve, because seeing is believing. They will not listen to us when we preach. We have to lead by example. We should identify their skills. We should go their way, because our children are so much getting influenced to West. So how do we bring them back? It is a process. It will not happen overnight. It is a process. So we are sowing this seed today with a dream of our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren will reap benefits out of it. But I'm sure you have already tasted the success within few years. We ourselves, when we set this vision of setting up business by Brahmins, we never thought that it is going to be so successful in such a quick time. BBB has a clear vision of opening multiple chapters across the length and breadth of India. We are growing thick and fast. As I just presented the numbers in front of you. Now we are crossing borders. We were crossing boundaries till now we are crossing borders. So BBB has a clear vision of opening multiple chapters throughout the world, make it a global networking organization of business owners and professionals in our community. So the efforts are on. We are already working in the UK, US, Middle East, Singapore, Australia, and we have our delegates watching us live across these continents. The trust is working out the nitty-gritties, the legalities, the law of land, and we ensure by the time we meet again for Bidyuth 2024, we should be having at least 1 or 2 international chapters. So how do we support the youth? So how do we take them forward along with us? So the trust has set aside 50% as the education fund out of the membership subscription what we generate, and set aside another 10% as the health and wellness fund, and another 10% as the service to society projects. We as Brahmins, we always preach Sarve Jano Sukhino Bhavantu. We never preach Brahmana Sukhino Bhavantu. So another 10% we are setting aside as the service to society project. So 70% of the revenue, what is generated out of the chapter, will again come back to the chapter to judiciously use where need be. That way, today we are giving education to 90 children in our community. We are giving education to 90 children across geographies. That is the latest data I got. I thought till last week we were 72, but now I got the data. We are supporting 90 families for their education. And last week we also supported one heart transplantation case, and that kid is really doing well now. BBB is not only changing life, we are adding lives to the people in our community. This is the motto of BBB. Last Bidyuth, you must have heard of e-commerce, BBB getting into e-commerce, BBB getting into business. Yes, the name itself says business by Brahmins, because we being Brahmins, it's not sufficient that we do business within the room. Now the time has come to do business with the superficial world. This is the right time. It's now or never. I can say this is the golden period. The country is doing extremely good. During 2020 COVID, when the entire world was in despair, no hope, Bharat showed the way, how to come out of these kind of situations. And now the entire world is looking towards us. It's right time to grow as a community along with the country. There is huge opportunities in any domain you take today. When Western countries are fearing recession, we are comfortably positioned at 6.8% GDP, and the projection is further better for the next fiscal years, close to 7%. We are in good control of the situation. So why don't we make the most of it? So thinking on all these lines, the trust has decided to work on initiative, the e-commerce. Yes, we had a couple of bottlenecks. BBB being a charitable organization, we are a 12A compliant organization. We are fighting hard for ATG at the trust level. Since the name has that Brahminism, we are finding it very difficult to get the ATG. But we are persistently pursuing ATG, which will happen soon. Being BBB 12A, we have bottlenecks, we will not be able to do business. So that way, we are looking out for an alternative. The big news is going to come very shortly. E-commerce will take up. So please be ready. Please upskill yourself for export and import opportunities. Definitely it will happen. So year 2022 was exciting. We did a lot of events at the organization level. We met in so many occasions. Bidyuth 2022, Leadership Training Program, BCL, World Environment Month, a lot of activities at the chapter levels. There is a lot of synergy between the members, between the chapters, between the states, between cities, between countries, and between continents. It will happen very soon. We will build that kind of camaraderie. And I'm sure, I promise, year 2023 will be more eventful. Another 10 chapters lined up. We are working in the areas like Shimoga, Pune, Bombay, UK, USA, Dubai, as I said earlier, Lucknow, Delhi, these are the areas we are working to initiate a chapter. So kindly connect, be in touch with the headquarters. The trust is just a call away. Please write to us, suggest us, advise us. Should you have any connects in these areas, bring them in. Now it's very important to sponsor a chapter because the trust took all the responsibility of bringing in a good governance model, a time-tested model, and now it is the responsibility of each member to bring in people from our community, that is, initiate, invite, ideate, involve, implement, what not we can do. So please sponsor chapters. It's a message to all the management committee members, the leadership team. Kindly sponsor chapters. Every chapter, sponsor one chapter. By the next time when we meet here or somewhere else, we should be 46 chapters easily. So bigger the more the merrier, we know that. Highest number of opportunities will come up. A lot of opportunities will open up amongst ourselves. So it's a time-tested model. The pilot batch is very successful. The idea is well accepted. When 1,000 best brains have come together to join this movement, imagine, this will definitely take a bigger shape and it will continue to gain momentum to become a much, much bigger movement of unifying Brahmins through business. Having said this, I wish you all the very best. So next 24 hours or so, we'll be together. Let us explore, let us engage, and build a solid pipeline of business for next 1 year or so, till the time we meet next time. Together we will, together we can, together we prosper, together we remain. Sanghe Shakti Kalavige. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your vision towards the growth of BBB and enlightening us towards the way forward. Well, BBB, I have a new expansion to Business Beyond Boundaries. Thank you, sir. And now we call upon Sri Murlidharan Margabandhu, fondly known as Coach Murli, founder, Mar Consulting, and president of BBB Krishna Chapter, Chennai, to introduce our chief guest of the event, Sri Jagannathan, founder, Future Calls Technology Private Limited.
Good morning, everybody. It's a real pleasure to introduce my friend Jagannathan. You know, when I went to his office and requested him to be the chief guest and deliver his keynote address, I think it took less than half a second for him to say yes. Thank you, sir, for that instant acceptance. And Mr. Jagannathan is a gold medalist engineer, and he has got a business graduate degree. And he has held a lot of leadership positions in technology, infrastructure. In fact, he is one of the forerunners, you know. He has been doing it for almost 3.5 decades now. So he is more popularly known in that segment. He founded the Future Call Technology Private Limited, an IT infrastructure and security company, in 2001, and is currently its MD. Under his leadership, Future Calls has been awarded the top 100 system integration company by Channel World magazine for 4 years in succession, 17, 18, 19, 20. And Mr. Jagannathan is also the CIO and CISO for AGS Health Private Limited for 10 years till 2021. And he was instrumental in AGS Health getting awarded the prestigious DSCI Excellence Award for Best Security Practices. Sir, please tell us the secret of how to get the best awards and how to be the best. Looking forward to hearing from you. And Jagannathan is an experienced information technology consultant and information security auditor. His credentials on information security auditing are that he is an exemplar global certified ISMS auditor, accredited panel auditor for ISO 27001, exemplary global qualified accessor, and certified trainer for 27001. Okay, lead auditor trainings, and he has conducted many trainings on this area. He is an expert on HIPAA assessments, consulting and audit. Sir, many of these words are sounding, though I'm a tech guy, still sounding a lot of Latin and Greek to me also as I'm reading. And he is an author too. He has published 3 books: Management Immemorial, Learnings from Literature, Grandma in the Boardroom, and COVID 2021-21. And all 3 have received acclaim and have been bestsellers. Jagannathan is publishing thought leadership articles every week in LinkedIn on the topic Monday Musings, Season 2 for the past couple of years. And Jagannathan is currently a Harmony member of the Board of Studies for Department of Electrical Engineering, Annamalai University. He has served as a member of Board of Studies for School of Management, Weltech 2. Sir, we are waiting to get the secrets of how to get those awards become good. Floor is yours, sir.
Good afternoon. Little more enthusiasm, Utsak. Good afternoon. Okay. Please note that's going to be my first topic for the future ready. That's why I started with a more enthusiastic response. Okay. Parking that. Happy and privileged to be here. Thank you, the organizers, Bhagabandhu, Mauli, for inviting me. As he said, I accepted in a fraction of a second. Maybe also indication that I don't have much work. Okay. Okay. So happy and privileged to be here for 3 reasons, of course. One, happy privilege to see so many of you here. Enthusiastic response. When I come here, the reception was full of people interacting with each other with a lot of enthusiasm, lot of activity. So I also got that. It's an infectious, I'm going to talk about it. So enthusiasm is one thing that is infectious. It catches very quickly to everyone. So happy and privileged to be here to meet all of you, waiting here to build your business, build your relationship, and giving such a great response, such a great organization, such a great show. Okay. So second, proud and happy to be here to participate in BBB Business by Brahmin, because I'm proud and happy to be a Brahmin and also to be a businessman. Okay, both on both count. Let me say, repeat again, on both counts, I'm proud and happy. Not because I'm here. Always I used to talk about this in couple of other reasons, couple of other forums also, a couple of other discussions also. Not because I'm here giving a keynote address. It's not lip service. Here because this is a BBB show. Proud and happy to be a Brahmin and proud and happy to be a businessman. What is this both? Somewhere it doesn't look like connecting. One, proud and happy to be a Brahmin. Second, proud and happy to be a businessman. And third, Brahmin and businessman. Because doesn't. Why? Because I'm a first generation businessman. Okay, in our family, not even in a family, maybe even close associated families, I'm the first generation businessman. So I started getting into the business in the year 2001. When I mulling over that idea for before that, for 3 years before that, maybe 3 to 4 years before that, couple of times I shared the thought with my mother. So I'm thinking of starting a business. I'm thinking of being an entrepreneur. Of course, she doesn't understand the meaning of entrepreneur. Okay, it's in Tamil. That's a different thing altogether. So at the time also I was earning very well, of course. Okay, in the year 2000, earning something like 30 lakhs a year. It's not an easy task to quit and jump into foray into a business. So the first reaction from my mother was, of course in Tamil, so many of you may not know Tamil, but it makes sense only when you say it in Tamil. Okay, I will translate it later. Okay, so the first reaction from my mother is, business அது நம்ம ஃபேமிலிலேயே இல்லை, நம்ம ஜீன்லேயே இல்லை. Why are you thinking of something? So like business is not in the genes, it's not in the family. Okay, it's not in the family. At that time, of course, not in the family of mostly Brahmin community. That's the kind of response my mother said. So I was also started thinking about it. What is this? I am being a first. Is it good idea at all? And especially quitting a good earning job, jumping into that. Is business? And till that time, I was always a technocrat. I have no idea about sales, nothing about business. Okay, and nobody there to help also in the family, because the family is traditionally very contented with serving someone, contented with, especially not only serving someone, especially serving in government organizations, very happy, contented. So I was also started thinking about it. Then I decided nothing doing, taken a decision how to do it. But by now I realize, I understand, that's my first message are going to be in the introduction itself. Let me start the message, right? The first message, there's nothing like something, especially, this is not, business is not something like a diabetic, or only diabetic comes in the genes, right? So business is nothing in diabetes, it's not a so my father was a diabetic, so I will definitely get diabetic sometime, not now, till now, okay? Sometime I may get, but business is nothing in genes, it's not even in the skill. That is what I'm understanding by now, after 20 years being in the business. Not even in the skill. Initially I used to think, oh, what is this? I have no idea about sales. I never done any sales in my life until then. Will it come? Can I be a successful salesman? If I have to be in business, I have to first sell. I have to sell myself, sell my skills. Is it possible? But then I realized, even business doesn't even, it's not even a skill, it's just an attitude, right? Once you get that attitude of business, you don't need anything else. You don't need any training also. Okay, you don't need any coaching. It's just an attitude. You just have to have that attitude, strong attitude, possess that attitude and develop that attitude. So that's my first starting message and starting point, right? So the second one, as I said, I quit a well-earning job. Of course, I would think even until now, I will let out that secret. I'm still not earning, after 20 years also, what I was earning in 2000, I'm still not earning that amount, okay? It's difficult, okay? But I'm more happier, much more happy than what I was in 2000, because I'm doing something, I'm very proud and very happy, even though I may be earning much less than what I was earning in 2000 when I was working. I was working in an international bank, Greenless Bank, so I was earning good amount, but I'm very happy, I'm very proud. So if you have to be future ready, be proud and be happy of whatever you are doing. Whatever it is, whichever business you are in, whatever you are doing, whatever struggles you are going through. I went through a lot of struggles. It's not that nothing comes easy, okay? So I don't know whether I achieved great. I'm not trying to tell that, but I went through a lot of struggles. It's not an easy task, of course, but even when I was going through struggles, I was very happy. I was very proud, right? I never, even a single moment I thought, why did I do this? Why should I get into this? That thought never came, okay? So that's the second most important point. Be very firm, be very happy. Whatever you are doing, whichever business, every business is great business. Every business, every job is a great job, okay? There's nothing like IT is this thing or something else is not there. Every business has its potential. Every business is the best to do. and your mind should say that, okay? So that is what is the, be proud and be happy of whatever you are doing, okay? That's the second reason and second message also. I've still not completed the introduction. The slides are there. Hope the slides will come up on the screen. Let me see that time check also. I don't want to drag you endless, okay? Is the slides coming? Okay, sure. So we have still not gone into that, still in the introduction. Okay, the third reason, of course, some marketing for me also. So that is the reason I readily accepted when Mr. Magabandhu and Mauli met me. And you don't have to be ashamed of that, right? That is the one thing I have realized after initially I used to be very hesitating. Should I ask? Would they feel bad if I ask? If any interaction, first I need to get to know, I need to first interact. Should I explore or not? Should I tell about myself? Used to be very, very hesitant because that doesn't come that quickly, right? But now I realize, or realizing, that never hesitate to ask. Only if you ask. That is what I think Sir Nagaraj has built the forums like this. Forums to ask what you want. First, we have to learn the secret of the skill of attitude of asking what we want. So, third reason I readily accepted, like Mr. Margabandhu said, readily accepted and proud and happy to be here because I thought it could be an opportunity to market myself also. There are a lot of areas where I have to market myself. So, be very open in asking for promoting yourself. You have to talk about yourself, you have to promote yourself, you have to promote your business. Okay. So, with that introduction, let me come to the theme. Okay. So, already theme we have started, future ready. I have already talked to you in the introduction itself, couple of points on future ready. It is something like, I remember in the, in S.V. Sekar dramas, no, I don't know how many of you can understand that. There will be something I still remember. I am very fond of comedies, right? Somebody will come without any connection, will give some, he will give some message, and then he'll say that, because what is this? There is no connection between the story and, because many people say stories don't have any message at all. So somebody has to keep coming and giving some message, so that I keep throwing messages. So already thrown 3 messages. Hope you already got those messages. Okay, let me come to the theme. Theme is future ready. Let me be honest, right? Share with you a secret before starting the theme also. We are still in the introduction. Don't worry, the theme will complete very fast. Introduction only is wrong, right? Theme, we can cut it short. Whenever you feel boring, you can raise your hand. I can close that with that slide. Okay, that's not a problem. Right. So let me be honest. When these people met me, maybe I think 4 days back or something, I thought I will spend some time. I will prepare something, because that time Mr. Margabandhu, again as usual, he was very dramatic. That's where Utsaham, I'm going to quote also. So he said, it's a big show, so many people are coming, we have done so much thing, organized so much thing. I said, for some time I was taken aback. Oh, I should also do something, spend some time, prepare something, otherwise I will look like a fool going and talking something irrelevant. So I thought I will spend some time. That is the secret, because I was held up in very crucial, critical, that time when I met also, I said I have to meet at the client site. I was in a very critical project. So I couldn't get good time. So yesterday night, Mauli sent me WhatsApp message, tomorrow this is what is the agenda. So you're, okay, still now not prepared anything. We have to prepare something. So I thought, I just looked at back, some material available with me. So this material was available. Fortunately or unfortunately, this Ramayanam can be connected to any event, any audience, any topic. So I just had to take the first slide, change it to future ready, then it became subject material for this. Okay, these slides were already available with me. Nothing was prepared. I just rearranged something, brought something forward and backward, and put in the first slide. Where is the first slide? And just put future ready in the first slide. Okay, from Ramayana. Okay, so that has become the presentation for the day today. Okay. Where is the future ready is not visible, unfortunately. Okay. 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 So other than that, everything else was already there. Okay, let me try to present it at least in a better manner. Okay, having failed in giving sufficient time to prepare it. Okay, so this is nothing my research. Let me be open. I didn't do anything. I just picked up and put it here in the slides. And not even yesterday or this week, maybe a couple of years back. Okay, so it's not a research, just whatever there in the Ramayanam already there. You just put it and given some interpretation, that's all. Treaty or epic. But this has nothing to do with the Dharma or nothing. Simply business, that's it. Okay, only business. Business from Ramayana. Management, leadership from Ramayana, right? Okay. Sorry, I had to push out all the dignitaries out of the stage. Okay. We are future ready. Okay. We are waiting for the future. Okay, then I will go back and then probably show that. Let me also get it. Okay, I made it. Not that I forgot it. Okay. Future ready, right? From Ramayana. Okay. You can get anything from Ramayana. That is a plus point, okay, especially Valmiki Ramayana. Okay, you can get anything from that. You can take Valmiki Ramayana and talk about Valmiki Ramayana in any forum. That is what I said, any context, right? So it's not a Upanyasam, it's not a Kalashebam, don't worry. Okay, I know this is a business forum, so I'm not going to bore with some religion or Upanyasam. This is completely future ready. So not just that I put the name, of course, I agreed that I just added the name future ready to an already existing presentation, but the presentation is future ready only. Don't worry about that, okay? So, Valmiki Ramayanam, as you know, it's multiple condoms, okay? 6 condoms. Each condom saragams are there, okay? So, we will start with the Sundara Kandam, okay? Of course, future ready is there in all 6 condoms, okay? It's not that only in Sundara Kandam, because I can't take away all your time, other speakers are there. So we will just go to direct into Sundara Kandam. Future ready is there in almost every Kandam, it is there, okay? So Sundara Kandam, okay? So Hanuman goes, he meets Sita in the Ashokavanam. So they exchange pleasantries, then identification, okay? Though there are no Aadhaar card, Hanuman didn't have Aadhaar card. So he somehow, without Aadhaar card, he managed to introduce his true identity and convince Sita that he is Hanuman and he is the true Rama's NY. Okay, there is no fake in that. Okay, so he managed to convince that by quoting the related incident which Sita could authenticate from that, 2-factor authentication also, okay, dual factors, he authenticated himself, and once that is done, they start reminiscing about her, about Rama and his qualities, etc., etc., okay, and it's only one slokam, okay, I'm going to only, so be assured that it's going to end up before my allotted time. It's only one slokam from Ramayanam, nothing more than that, okay. So just one slokam. So Sita reminiscing about Rama. So it says just 7 characteristics of Rama, okay. When she starts talking about Rama, all these things, then she says that there are 7 traits Rama has. Which is the 7 traits to make you future ready? That's all. Okay. So what are those 7 traits? She says. So I know we are in the Business by Brahmin Forum, so I don't want to again make myself fool. I am not a great expert in Sanskrit. Some of you would be better experts than me, but I can understand. Okay, I'm not a Sanskrit expert. I'm a management expert, and I like literature, especially Indian classical literature. All my books are about Indian classical literature, but I'm not a Sanskrit expert. Okay, so but I can definitely understand. That's how I'm able to understand and interpret this. Okay, so Vanara, which is actually Hanuman, says Utsaham, Paurusham, Sattvam, Anirumsham Sem, Kritajnata, Vikrama, of course Vikramascha, Prabhavascha. All these things I am seeing in Rama. That's all this sloka. Nothing else. Okay, and that completes future ready. That will make you future ready, right? So you will be ready if you see the meaning of this 7. You will become future ready. Okay. So first translation, I think it's very simple, easy. 7. That's Utsaham, Paurusham. Utsaham, you know, enthusiasm. Whatever I said, that's why I said. I see the Utsaham of Margabandhu, Utsaham of people when you hear, when I start talking to you people, the enthusiasm you show that, okay? So very easy to understand. Paurusham is, of course, lack of fear. Paurusham is actually manliness, lack of fear, okay? Fearless, okay? Sattvam, okay? Sattvam is prowess, skill. Kindness, actually Nrisham Sayam and Nrisham Sayam. Okay, Kritajnata is gratitude, of course, very easy. Vikrama that one problem in Sanskrit is you can have multiple meanings for some words. Okay, so you just have to pick up whatever. So I picked up whatever suits me. That is very easy in Sanskrit. That's an advantage also. You can pick up whatever it suits you. Okay, suits the context. And whatever suits to you. So I picked up something what suits to me, that's it. Referring to commitment to work. Prabhava is primarily energy, the kind of energy you possess. Okay, that's all 7, okay. You start building these 7, you will become future ready. Okay, at the end of every slide, I will add future ready, so that you cannot blame me that I am not coming to the concept. Okay, I talk something stupid rubbish. Okay, end of every slide I will add future ready. Okay, so first Utsaham. Utsaham is not, that's the beauty of Sanskrit also, you would know that. Some words it is very difficult to find an equivalent English. Okay, very, very difficult. Utsaham, maybe close English meaning could be enthusiasm, not even enthusiasm. Zeal could be better meaning. Better match. Okay, Utsaham is not happiness. Okay, happiness is santosham, right? Utsaham is greatly different, largely different from happiness. Okay, Utsaham is what something all of you display in your once in 15-day meetings, right? The zeal to get business, zeal to get connected. So that is what is the Utsaham. So Utsaham is mother of all leadership habits, traits, leadership traits. This is one single trait. It will, if you possess this one single trait, everything else will start coming automatically. That is not even in this slokam. It's one more slokam in Ramayanam. If I get into that, it will take another 5 minutes. I don't know whether I should do that. In Kishkinda Kandam, where this Prime Minister also quoted in one of the speech, okay, where it says, Valmiki states, these are all given by Valmiki, who I don't know who has any idea about management, but this is what I find. It's none of even the great management gurus had that kind of an vision where Valmiki states all these things. Okay, he has stated about 7 skills for effective communication. All these things I have quoted in whatever as he said in my weekly messages, weekly posts. Valmiki has stated what are the 7 essential ingredients for effective communication. He has stated here, which you will not find in any of the communication skill book or communication training. You will not be able to find so clear, so accurate projection of what are the 7 effective communication skills. It is there in Kishkinda Kandam. Okay, so we will not get into that again. Okay, only one slokam I said. So if I start branching out, there is no end, right? So the mother of all traits, okay, and as I said, it's infectious. Even if I am not utsagam, I am not great, but the moment I see the people, moment I see the enthusiasm, you become enthusiasm yourself, right? So multiplies in a team, in an organization, okay. So another thing, utsaham, sahasam, dhairyam, buddhi, these are all the godliness comes if you have all these things. You become a deva if you have, this is a Kishkinda Kandam, as I said. Okay, I'll just quickly try to close it. Someone, I'm not, as I said, tracking time. Please, the organizers, madam, she's walking out. Okay, so if I'm exceeding, please raise your hand. We will close with that slide. Okay, not a problem. So in Kishkinda Kandam, so Rama, Sita has been kidnapped. So it starts with misery. Kishkinda Kandam, the first saragam starts with the misery. The whole about 100 slokas, Rama sitting there, selling, what do I do? Completely like all your TV serials only. Okay, one saragam only in Valmiki Ramayana. You have to have everything, no? So you have to have management also. One saragam is like our modern day serials, mega serials. Okay, so he keeps on weeping, keeps on saying, it was like this, Sita was like this, I see this beautiful, I think that was Sarayu, not Sarayu, maybe I think Pampa river or something. So beautiful river with all this pleasant, this thing I keep remembering about. So 100 slokams he keeps on Rama, okay, remember. Then Lakshmana was, he keeps listening. At some time he also got fed up. So he says, second saragam, he says, gone is gone. Why are you keep lamenting about something? What is going to happen if you keep lamenting that I lost my dear wife? All that is there, no doubt about it. But what is the point? You keep lamenting. Let us get into action. That is the time Lakshmana says, this is the quote from Lakshmana, says that Utsaham is the only solution. There is no point in lamenting. This is the motherhood of all traits. That's what Lakshmanan says. There are 2 messages in that. One, God, okay, he is Lord Vishnu. Misery can come for anybody. That is very specifically, that is why it is put it like that. So if it can come for Rama, it can come for any of us anytime, multiple times, almost every year it can keep coming, right? Misery can keep happening. Whatever unexpected, unfortunate things will keep happening. Cannot avoid it. Nobody can be born in this world with an assurance that you will always keep getting only good things. Not possible, whoever it is. Even Mukesh Ambani, it is not possible, right? So something has to happen, right? Adani, one day it shares have to slide. You cannot help it, right? So if it can happen, you have to come out of that. You have to get into Utsaham. What is the solution? This has happened. You have no control at that now. So that is what is the message. If it can happen to Lord, it can happen to all of us anytime. And the second message is, Rama is, like I said, Lord Vishnu. Who is Lakshmanan? Is an Adisheshan's incarnation, right? So Adisheshan is a servant of Lord Vishnu, faithful, loyal servant of Lord Vishnu. But why should Lakshmana should come and give a learning, teaching, coaching to Rama, who knows everything? He is an omnipresent, omnipotent. He knows. Does he not know that nothing, no point in lamenting? We have to get into action. Something has to be done. He knows that, but it requires someone to come and tell you, whomsoever speak, and you should have the listening capability. Shouldn't poo poo. Oh, okay, who are you? I know everything. I don't need you to come and you are my servant. You just put a seat, I will say, sit on your seat. That's your job. Do away with that. Okay, stop with that. That is not the idea, right? You have to listen. That is what is the message there. So the slokam there is a Kishkinda Kandam. I said one slokam, I will add only one more slokam. Okay, not more than that. Utsaho Balavan Aryanasi, meaning nothing is better than Utsaham. This is the top. Nothing else can come and beat that, right? Utsahat Paramabalam, Utsahasyahi Lokeshu na kinchitapi durlabam. With, if you have enthusiasm, if you have that zeal to do things, nothing is impossible. That's all simple. That's what, nothing is impossible. You can do, you can beat Ravana, you can bring back Sita, whatever it is, you can make 1,000 crores, you can beat maybe Mukesh Ambani also, you become the best fortune, this thing. Don't ask me why I have not become that. That's a different matter. I can only talk, right? Okay. Doing it different. Okay. So, anything is possible, nothing is impossible if you have Utsahat. Okay, I'll skip this. It continues in the second slogam also. I said one and then I made into two, so let me not get into three. Now it simply says that forget about lamenting, get into action. Okay, this is a Tirukural. Right. Okay, so this is a Tirukural. We'll skip that Tirukural. Okay, fearlessness. Fear is an antithesis to wonderful Tirukural. Lack of time. I am not saying. Wonderful Tirukural. That is true. No doubt about it. That is why I put it there. Okay. So wonderful Tirukural, both in structure and the meaning also. Okay, both. So, but we are in two only. Already the sleep has come. Okay. So we can't. We have 7, right? So we are in 2, right? So Paurisham is fearlessness, lack of fear. Okay, what is there to be afraid of? It's an antithesis to Utsaham. You lose enthusiasm once you get the fear. That's the last simple as that. Okay, so we'll skip all these things. Okay, this is very beautiful. Again, wonderful, like wonderful Tirukural. Very beautiful. Khalil Gibran. Not that he can't appreciate outside India also. Beautiful things. River, cannot think. Nobody can go back. To go back is impossible in this world. Okay, of course, wonderful also. Okay, we'll skip, though it is wonderful. Yeah, but we'll keep skipping. So, prowess, you have to keep enhancing your prowess, that's all. Whatever you are good at it, no stop. There is nothing, there is no stop as far as the prowess is concerned. Of course, compassion. Why is compassion anything to do with the future ready? It is definitely has future ready. If you have to take care of people, if you have to build relationship, you have to have compassion. Otherwise, you cannot build. You cannot build business unless you have. Don't think that compassion has nothing to do with the probably you would have, we'll skip it. I don't know how to skip it. Okay. So, this is my book. As I said, just 1 minute I'll take. I have to market myself also. So, as I said, Bicharam, that is the right word. Okay, shamelessly I will at least market. If you're not marketing my business before closing, I'll just take 1 minute to market at least my books, okay, because that is more important to me now, okay. So these are all the 2 books. The first book is about whatever we discussed now. Of course, this is not there in that book. This is not there in that book. I found out after writing that book. That is the first book written back. After that, I keep reading. Suddenly, I latched on to this one. This one I can probably write one book now. One separate book for this. Separate book for this. One slokam in this Valmiki Ramayana. It is enough material for one book. So this you see yourself. No, I got already the slip to wrap up my presentation, because that one slokam has taken away the entire time. Okay, so that is the management immemorial, and Grandma in the Boardroom is a story. It's actually an IT story, somebody like me maybe, IT company, the struggles what they go through, and how this stories, whatever our traditional grandma stories, all this literatures, Tirukurals, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayanam, how they give the insights into come out of that struggles, how to build a company. There are a lot of insights are there. Okay, so that is about this Grandma in the Boardroom. And now the third book I have written, it's COVID 21-21, not in the presentation, but all these books are there in the stall also. So I did my part. Learning, it's a message. I'm not marketing myself. It's a message to you also that don't be ashamed of marketing yourself, okay? So I did that. I just demonstrated that, okay? So that's all I did that. Okay, thank you. Thanks for inviting. So these books are also there in the stall, okay? Thank you. I wish each one of you great relationship building in the next 24 hours, and great business, like 2,000 crores business to build. Maybe only one thing: excel, engage. You also add enthusiasm. Maybe you can consider, Mr. Nagaraj can consider excel, engage with enthusiasm. Okay, thank you. And sorry for exceeding the time. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your successful journey. It was an inspiration and a great learning for all of us here. That was a great message that Sri Jagannathan sir shared with us, that we must be future ready, and especially the 7, I would call it jewels, that we could have to be a successful business entrepreneurs.
We request our dignitaries to please take their seat on the dais again. For the benefit of our members and delegates, Bidyuth 2023 is publishing a members directory. We request our trustee founder, Sri Anant Nagaraj, to release the directory of Bidyuth 2023. Thank you, sir. We request you to hand over the first copy to our chief guest, Sri Jagannathan. Thank you, sir. We would also like you to hand over the copies of the members' directory to the trustee members and the executive committee chairman. Thank you. A quick photograph, please.
Sir, proof that we have delivered, sir. No, we want you to hold like this. There's a proof we want, sir. Give me one more. No, come on. Sir, they're all bagged somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Thank you. Thank you, honorable dignitaries. We would like our chairperson, Sri Rajaram Muthukrishnan, to felicitate our dignitaries. Firstly, our chief guest, Sri Jagannathan. Our trustee founder, Sri Anant Nagaraj. Our trustees, Sri Shyam Sundar, and our executive committee chairman, Sri A.R.N. Murthy, Dr. Subraya, and our executive committee member, Sri Ramakrishnan. Thank you, sir.
Hello. Now it's time for the much awaited moment, the onset of Bidyuth.
Just quickly before that, we would like our trustee founder to felicitate the chief guest, Sri Jagannathan.
Now it's time for the much awaited moment, the onset of Bidyuth 2023.
We request the dignitaries to please take your seats with the delegates. Thank you.
So we request Sri P.S. Suresh, business consultant and corporate trainer, treasurer of Bharati chapter, to give us an orientation on Bidyuth 2023.
எடுத்துடலாமா ஏன்னா அப்படியே வச்சுருக்கு நிற்கணும் இன்னும் பேச முடியாது அப்புறம் அங்கே என்னென்ன பேச போகிறாரு இல்லையா அப்படி கீழே நிற்கணும் பற்றாமல் இல்லை
A very good afternoon. First and foremost, on behalf of the organizing committee, I want to thank each and every one of you for making it here, and we really enjoy having you with us. We do hope and wish you have a very enjoyable and productive Bidyuth 23. See, the very purpose of this orientation is primarily to tell you about why all these activities have been organized. What the activities like Explorer Forum or Consulting Cafe or the CCC can give you is all well documented through the Vitrio platform. But I'm trying to set the context in terms of who needs it and why and how you can benefit from it. So it's a quick 15 minutes orientation session. So I want you to pay your attention to this and try and understand and make the best use of the available opportunities that come your way. Yeah, just go to the next slide. Next slide, please. Okay, basically there are two types of strategies you can have when you plan your business. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Right. Okay, basically there are two types of strategies you have when you plan your business approaches. One is basically you look at it in terms of how you operate within your comfort zones. So when you do so, that leads to excellence. There's nothing wrong with this strategy as long as you're clear as to what this strategy is going to deliver to you. The other strategy people look at employing is in terms of operating outside the comfort zones, which leads to expansion. Now, the entire activity of Bidyuth is based on these two areas of your business strategy. Depending upon which strategy you pursue, you can choose the avenues which you would like to discuss here and get the benefit out of it. Not working? No, you need to. No, it's not working. Green da sir pan raha. I got it. Okay, basically in the sense when you are operating out of your comfort zones, the comfort zone, what happens is as long as you are in a comfort zone, you are pretty much comfortable in the sense it gives you a lot of feeling of comfort and safety and security. What you do is that from a comfort zone, you then get into a stretch zone, meaning the more efforts you put, probably you are able to stretch within that particular zone. You are not looking at outside the comfort zone. But the primary driver here for you to stretch is not your own energy. It comes from your competition, right? What happens is the more the competition is pushing you, the more you are trying to stretch. The more you are able to stretch, there is a limit to it. And when you are not able to stretch, that's when you get into the fear zone, right? So when you are operating with this strategy of operating within your comfort zones, it is not going to give you a sustainable position for a long period of time. Sooner or later, your competition is going to push further and further. You are going to stretch to some extent, no doubt. But after some time, you get into the fear zone. What happens when at each of these three zones, we will get to see now. So when you are in the comfort zone, as I said, you feel secure, safe, confident. But what happens when you get into a stretch zone? That's where you need to put extra effort. And your performance definitely gets improved. But the challenge here is, as you get pushed from your competition, even to remain at the same place, you need to keep running faster, right? Because you don't have any other alternative. So it's your comfort zone that you are being threatened. You run faster to stay ahead of your competition, but there is not much you can do beyond a certain limit. So after some time, to stay at the same position, you still need to keep running. And that's when you get into your fear zone, right? So when your stretch is to the maximum limit, after that also if you are still pushed further, that's when you get into the fear zone. And when you get there, you get into anxiety, the stress, and you start making bad decisions. And again, it starts reflecting on your poor performance. So this is what happens when you pursue a strategy of operating within your comfort zone. There are success stories, but there are also stories which have not been successful. Now, one such example I want to give you here is in terms of Gillette India. I think as all of you know, Gillette India operates within a very linear fashion of men's grooming products. So they've been the market leader for quite some time. But of late, people who have been following the consumer industry know that their position is shaken in the sense they have competition now even from within India. There's a company called as Bombay Shaving Products. How many of you probably are aware of it? They have come up with products which are equivalent, if not better than Gillette. Customers have started perceiving that the value which Bombay Shaving Products offers is equivalent or more than what Gillette is offering. Now, Gillette has now started moving into the women's grooming products, which is still not taking much of shape. So they are pushed into a situation now where they are trying to diversify into other areas because their current position is strengthened. So the biggest weakness in this strategy is that the energy you get is not from your self-drive. The energy you get is from the competition. So that may not be sustainable for long, isn't it? So what do you do here? So what are the challenges? Your risk is concentrated on one area. So as I said, if there is a strong competition that's coming up and you are not able to look elsewhere, you get exposed to the entire risk. So meaning there is a chance that your business probably get into serious problems. And as I said, you are exposed to competitive pressure and changes. The margins keep declining, right? So as the competition keeps pushing, as you want to keep surviving in the market, your margins are cut short because you still want to serve your customers or service your customers, probably by reducing your margins and keep the customer interest alive as your competitors keep pushing your suppliers, your buyers with lesser prices. So sustained efforts to stay relevant, that's what I said. You need to keep running more to stay at the same place. And there are two types of people. One type of person is a success seeker, meaning a person sees as to what are the benefits of success if I do a particular thing, right? So they look at from the perception of what are the benefits of success. For the same situation, another person may think about it, what happens if I fail? I don't want to fail, so I will not take chances. So these type of people are basically failure avoiders. They don't want failures. Okay? So this is something which the challenges which when you pursue this strategy it will happen. For these people, these are the two areas I think they should be really looking at. If you're pursuing this strategy of operating with your comfort zones, please go to our core competency clusters, the CCC. You will have allied businesses within the same industry. Business opportunities will come there. So our CCC forum is ideally suited for you people. And also the consulting cafe. Consulting cafe can give you some guidance for some of the opportunities or some of the challenges you may face through. So people who are pursuing this strategy would definitely like to make use of the CCC and the consulting cafe. Now let's look at people operating outside your comfort zone. What happens? These people create opportunities and they expand. In fact, as they say, if you want to grow, the first rule to set your goal, it's always your goal has to be outside your comfort zone. That's where the growth is. If you see outside your comfort zone, that's a whole lot of opportunities. The opportunities are extremely, very, very dynamic, meaning if you fail to seize the opportunity, somebody else is going to go for it. Right? So you will see that there are new opportunities available all around you. And you need to really seize it. Opportunities don't come knocking to you, it's you who will have to go and seize the opportunities. Are you open to this game? Now, the biggest driver here, as against operating against the comfort zone is, here the driver is you. You drive the business, you decide what you want to do, you decide how you want to do. You are not bothered about your competition. You set the rules. So to that extent, this approach has got a lot of advantages, which you probably would like to encash upon. These are again the areas which we are trying to enable you or probably trying to guide you into a solution. So when you pursue this, what are the benefits you get? The risks are spread out. You start learning new skills, right? As you keep trying new things, you start learning new skills. You create more value and improve your margins, right? So if your margins are constrained in one area, you try to create values through other areas or other opportunities so that the overall value which you create for yourself and for your organization is still better. You keep improving it. You are agile and adept at seizing opportunities. That's very, very important. You need to be agile. You need to really be seizing the opportunities rather than waiting for them. And then these people are basically success seekers. They seek success. They are only looking at the benefits of success rather than the fear of failure. Okay? For these people, we have established the Explorer Forum. So anybody wanting to really strengthen the business, look outside of the core area of operation, look and seize the opportunities that are available, please visit our Explorer Forum. That is why we have established this Explorer Forum. Right? And you can also come to the consulting cafe, probably for some guidance and some directions regarding your strategy or regarding how do you really take it forward, the opportunity. Okay, now, I want you to tell me who are the two people. I'm just going to relate the example, the strategy I gave you with these two examples. The person on the left, anybody, any guesses? Usain Bolt, okay. Who is the person on the other side? The girl on the other side, any guesses? Okay, you got it right. Have you heard this name, Arunima Sinha? No? It's a fascinating story, one of the most inspirational figures in India. Now, Usain Bolt, you all know, okay, he is pursuing the excellent strategy. Usain Bolt keeps running faster and faster, practicing faster and faster, not because he wants to do it. If he doesn't do it, his competition is going to come and dislodge him from the first place, right? And if he's not in the first position, nobody is going to recognize him. Do we all know who is the second fastest runner in the world? At least I don't know, okay? So it's important for them to stay relevant, to stay at the topmost position. That's where they keep running and running, so they pursue excellence. Now, Arunima Sinha is an Indian football player. She represented the Indian team. And one day she was traveling from UP, I think in Bareilly, to Delhi. What happened was, in the night, some thugs in the train tried to steal her purse bag. She resisted it, and she was thrown out of the train. The moment she was thrown out of the train, there was a train that was passing in the other direction, and it crushed her leg completely. It's in the night. She was writhing in pain, screaming, shouting. Nobody to attend, nobody to listen. It went for a couple of hours. The rats started eating away from her feet. Then some villagers noticed her in the early morning, took her to the hospital, and from there they took her to AIIMS Delhi for treatment. The irony is here, when she lodged a complaint with the police against the thugs, the government filed a complaint against her for trying to commit a suicide. Okay, that's a story aside. Now, at the hospital, one leg was completely amputated. And she was, of course, from not a very big family, very low middle class family. And she was expected probably to get back and then retain her position, find some job, and then try to survive. The day on which she was to be discharged, she said only one thing: I want to climb Mount Everest. Can you imagine? She said, I want to climb Mount Everest. Everybody around her, including the doctor, said, are you foolish? What is it you are talking? You just one leg, you want to climb Mount Everest? Forget all those stars, don't be foolish enough. And then everybody criticized her. She had the determination. She said, I'm going to do that. She went and met Bachendri Pal. I think all of you know, right? Bachendri Pal is the first Indian woman to climb the Mount Everest. And she told her story to Bachendri Pal. And Bachendri Pal told her only 3 words. Let's do it. Okay? She never asked why you want to do it. She never told her it's impossible or everything. She said, let's do it. And the rest is history. Okay? She conquered, the accident happened in April 2011. She went on to conquer the Mount Everest in 2013. Just 2 years. And she is the first woman amputee to climb the Mount Everest. After that, what has happened? See, her goal was to conquer the 7 highest peaks from the 7 continents, and 6 she has already done. Okay? She has got the Padma Shri Award in the year 2015. She is a much sought after speaker in the north. She has written a book, Born Again on the Mountain. How was it possible? Thinking outside our comfort zone. Most of us, including me, would have thought, how can we be within our comfort zones? The moment she decided to think out of our comfort zone, I think the laurels are still continuing to pour in. Right? So that's the power of getting out of your comfort zone. That's the power of all those forums we have set up here. So what are you waiting for? So if you have the will and the courage to scale the Everest in your business, we have the Bachendri Pals with us to help you scale your dreams. Do reach out to them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for that concise orientation. Well, now, since we are running short of time, there is a quick coffee or a tea break, but it's really not a break. We request all of you to please come in as early as possible, probably just take a cup of coffee or so and come back to the hall for the knowledge session. Thank you.